I'm gonna keep it a bean. I'm not gonna lie. Dame going back to the Blazers to me is kind of disappointing. Just because there were so many teams, interesting situations that were interested in bringing Damian Lillard to the team. You know, the biggest name to me was the news about Jason Tatum trying to recruit Dame to the Boston Celtics. I feel like that would have been crazy. But he's actually going back to the Blazers on a 3-year, $42 million deal. I fully expected him to sign a very team friendly, very cheap, deal because he's still going to be getting over, $100 million over the next 5 seasons for the Milwaukee Bucks. So money is no issue. Money is no object for Damian Lillard and his contract negotiation. But he's going back. He's going back to Portland. I remember when his first year in Milwaukee, he was kind of like it's kind of bored here. He was saying all he does is go to practice and go back home and play the game. But Portland, that's where his roots are. That's where he's been for majority of his career. So I'm not surprised that he's going back to Portland, but I just kind of wanted something different. Something more interesting to say the least. But yeah, 3-year deal. He probably won't play. He's not gonna play at all this season, so he won't play till he's 36 years old. The Blazers have a bunch of point guards over there where they just got rid of Simon, so they still have Scoot Henderson, and they just traded for Drew Holiday. So Dame's gonna join that core, and I don't think they're gonna do anything. But this is a good send off for Damian Lillard. That's how I see it. This is likely to be his last contract in his career. But the biggest thing to me is just how bad the Giannis and Dame Bucks were. When they traded for Giannis, they traded for Dame. I'm sorry, we was like, it's gonna be game breaking. You got unstoppable force in the paint in Giannis, and you have an absolute sniper, flamethrower, sharpshooter in Damian Lillard, and it just really never worked out due to injuries. They can't control that, but never really worked out. The way I see Dame now, I'm gonna look at him like I saw D Wade. D Wade never left the Miami Heat. Tony Parker, he only played for the Spurs, right? And Damian Lillard, yeah, he was a Blazer for his whole career. All however long his career was. He never left the Blazers. That's how I see Damian Lillard. So let me know in the comment section y'all thoughts, y'all reactions. Yeah, but hey,